Hey, what's up, Conservative 915 family? Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I am your host, Angel, along with...
El Pinche Steve is here.
Ruben.
And I'm
Pinche
Dave.
Steve's brother.
I'm Dave. Yeah, that's right. I was going to say Angel because I'm confused by the setup.
Oh, we swapped out places today.
He missed his B12 today.
Yeah.
Also.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm not as energized as I usually am.
Did you get your omegas, though? Are you good?
I did. I omega'd it up.
Oh, nice.
And I got my magnesium and my quantum mesh up in here, dude. You're supposed to insert... Anyway.
No, that's the Bezo. That's the Bezo one.
What's a bezo?
The Bezo's food pill? It's coming.
Is that from the Amazon guy?
The food pill?
Where you get all the stuff you need in a pill?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's suppository.
David's going to sign up for that right away.
Thank God.
For maximum absorption? Or what?
Yeah.
All right, guys. No, is it really a thing?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's a dystopian.
Because you know how that guy turned into the Hulk, like, from one day to the next?
Bezos?
Yeah, dude. Remember he was all, like, scrawny. Now he's all built.
That's what gamma radiation does.
Oh, he went up there, huh? He didn't put on his quantum mesh suit. All right.
By the way, guys, help David out because psychologically speaking, there's many people say that the person who's usually put themselves close to the door don't really want to be here.
Oh, boy.
And we put him by the door because we don't want him to be
No,
there.
that's actually it's to kick me out or whenever you see the need to. So I'm glad to be here while I'm able.
Or just to make a quick exit, if you got to go.
Well, I did have a bad burrito earlier, so it still hasn't settled in. So
Talking about settling in.
Oh, is
nice segue.
Good transition. But anyway, this is an interesting topic that I wanted to bring up with you guys because I know we've talked about it in a few episodes in the past with regards to gender dysphoria, and I think for the most part the four of us disagree with the use of hormone therapy, especially on kiddos. And now this week we actually found out that NHS, the National Health National Health Institute
Association
Society National Health Society. Well,
I know.
Over in the UK anyway, they've actually discontinued the use of hormone therapy treatment on kids. So good job. A win for Sanity right there.
Finally, Brits, come on.
And the interesting thing too on this is I think there's been some agreement now that there's some damage that happens that's actually irreversible in a lot of
Shocking.
A lot of these youths.
Yeah.
But
who would have thought?
Weren't they saying something? I was listening to something on the radio earlier that they were. I think they're banning hormone blockers through here. No, or
here in the US too,
or puberty blockers. I think they're starting not to. Man, I should have looked it up, but there was something like that going on.
Yeah, we covered it on another day at the American College of Pediatrics. That what you're mentioning?
Yes, it was actually in a previous episode. Check us out on that one. We are totally not a Mickey Mouse operation, you guys. We have everything locked down.
Over the past few years, and I'm not a medical professional, we're not giving out any medical advice on this show, but I feel as if the maybe the folks that aren't necessarily 100% of their head, maybe a few screws missing, are actually running the show, and we're getting really, really bad advice from the people that are at the very, very top of our leadership class, in government, and that's just how I feel. I feel like this is actually a move towards sanity, where we're letting the kids grow naturally, healthily, and we're not actually putting all the kinds of crazy chemicals into them, which totally alter their growth, And I don't know, is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that it's kind of spreading. I hope this spreads. That's basically what I was trying to say there. This kind of sentiment of coming back to reality, to sanity. So yeah, very well put.
So by the way, I looked it up. The NHS for the UK is the National Health Service Organization.
I just assumed it was association.
So dumb.
And then, so just to go into a little bit more, detail right here. So it's.
Well, hold on, what did you think it was at first? Society, right?
Society, yeah.
Well, what is it?
I said
Service.
society.
I know, but what?
Oh, service.
But service.
Service.
Okay.
Thank you for that correction. So, as you can tell, we're not from the UK.
No.
Well,
Hate that place.
You kind of look like Austin
What do you
Powers.
think? I
Oh,
eat
nice.
clotted cream? No.
The fembots and all that. No?
Gosh. That's Austin Powers, bro.
Well, yeah, because he.
Oh, that's nice.
Spotted dick.
Okay.
There!
That's a food, by the way. It wasn't. I
Yeah,
wasn't
no, I
being-
know.
I wasn't being immature.
I think you should probably still cut that out. Anyway.
Either way. So, puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. Puberty blockers are not available to children and young people for gender incongruence or gender dysphoria because there is not enough evidence of safety and clinical effectiveness. From the age of 16, teenagers who have been on hormone blockers for at least 12 months may be given cross-sex hormones, also known as gender-affirming hormones. These
Gender
hormones-
offending hormones.
Gender-offending, yeah. Gender-affirming hormones. These hormones cause some irreversible changes such as breast development caused by taking estrogen, breaking or deepening of the voice caused by taking testosterone. Long-term cross-sex hormone treatment may cause temporary or even permanent infertility, which is one of the big points that a lot of people have been
Yep.
really hammering on over the past couple of years, you know.
So it's not reversible?
According to this, it's not.
Not like the belt that I'm wearing.
When they just
Well,
wrap
you
this
know.
up right here, there's some uncertainty about the risk of long-term cross-sex hormone treatment. So this is a win. And there was a couple of other things that I wanted to bring up too. Again, this isn't like necessarily. There's no hate against some of those people who are suffering from this illness. And the reason I bring that up is because unfortunately there was somebody who self-deleted in the real world. I think they were being bullied for being non-binary. And so we don't have any like beef against those people. As a matter of fact, we pray for them, and they're our brothers and sisters too. You know, they're our family members. So just one more thing to keep in mind. You know, this is really really cool that we're not drugging the kids, but also we need to have compassion for each other. And
Exactly. It's not about shunning anyone or making them feel less than human, you know. Nothing like that. It's just letting you know, hey, there is a reality. You know, you are a certain type of person based on how God made you, and no amount of supposed treatments is going to change that. So, all we're saying is, this is a good move because at least we're not chemically altering children. At least now, not the UK. Hopefully, that just gets spread everywhere. And instead, maybe at the very least, just talking them through. Because kids need guidance, that's all it is. They need guidance, they need somebody to tell them what's best for them. And this is not it. Like, this kind of supposed treatment is not it. Because we're seeing, it says here, it's actually very interesting. Can you scroll up just a tad where it says there's not enough evidence? I think there is plenty of evidence, especially if you go on forums on Reddit. There's a bunch of detransitioners, or at least people who have gone through the full-on surgical transition, and there's like tons of stories on there that they regret it because it's destroyed their bodies. Like it leaves open wounds, or it just whatever organ that they thought that they were gonna start using, it's just like it's a non-usable. There's no feeling. There's actually pain. You know, it's just like horrible things that you read on there. I don't know if you guys go on to Reddit, and I surf through it just every once in a while, just to check on that kind of those kind of people, because it's a completely different environment of thinking. It's for the most part, it's completely opposed to what my thoughts are, how I think.
You don't even have to go on Reddit. On the previous show, we kind of discussed about some of the congressional testimony that happened earlier this year, where these people are sworn in, they're
exactly.
in front of the House, and they're being interviewed about the effects that a lot of these quote unquote treatments have had on them, and the life altering effects that aren't reversible, how it affected them personally, how it affected their families, and it's just has a major impact,
Mm-hmm. So that's all I wanted to say. Like, no, there is evidence, and it's out there. it's just not the kind of evidence that people that push these kinds of treatments want out, and that's it. So you guys, we strongly suggest you go into the description. We're gonna have this link along with other links. You just go ahead and check them out. We're just bringing a little bit to light so you guys can go in there and make up your own minds. Of course, don't take our word for it. Listen to the experts who have done all the studies that are totally true if they support our views. So
I absolutely love it too. We were talking about this earlier, but Pierre Corey was on one of the latest episodes of Tucker Carlson show.
right.
And man, he absolutely destroyed the medical industrial complex and called it out like how big pharma has like a stranglehold over doctors, and I think he was giving the doctors the benefit of the doubt and that they weren't necessarily being corrupt, but they just pretty much believe anything that the biopharmaceutical companies tell them, and like these guys have apparently like a really strong hold over the journals that publicize a lot of these studies, that are actually funded by the biopharmaceutical industrial complex themselves. But there's a lot of stuff that's coming to light, and I just pray that we continue to have a little bit of sanity. We move into the same direction because I think there's been a lot of a lot of bad advice that we've been getting over the last several years.
It's been getting really weird, and one of the biggest tragedies of what you're mentioning there is not necessarily it's not the corrupt doctors, but it's the doctors who have faith, that put their trust into medical journals that just give out bad info, but they have to trust it, because it's part of their job, to just trust those who are putting out new information so you can adjust your own practice.
Which that kind of reminds me, I think we had this discussion, a similar discussion in a previous episode where we pulled up one of the studies that actually showed that a lot of the conclusions in the studies are BS,
So...
I don't know. I love the fact that this is becoming a mainstream discussion because the individual, we need to be more informed and we need to be more educated about the decisions we make. That's how I feel. It's been a very
and as a person, you can't know everything.
Yeah.
But at the very least, things are there are certain truths and big topics, big truths that do exist that we're kind of being shielded from,
All right, so what do we have next, guys?
All right, guys. So to change our little discussion here, there's this mentality that we're speaking about here that's called dogmatism. That means that you just believe what they tell you.
No questioning.
No questioning. And one of the things I would like to bring to the table would be something that happened on Monday. There's this small interjection between Biden and a correspondent from Fox. Well, he was, I think, was boarding a plane, in which the Fox correspondent told him or asked him, Biden, could we expect any executive power or action in regards to the border?
And he said, of course.
Of course. No, of course not.
Oh, no, what did he say?
He said...
What happened on its own, no?
He said,
he wants the border crisis to resolve by itself.
Come on, man.
By itself. And this is the man that a lot of people are placing their dogmatic faith on because he has a D next to his name.
Well,
I'm not too sure.
What does that D mean?
Well, I was going to say, I'm not too sure many people have faith in him anymore.
There are plenty.
There are some. Well, I guess my point is, I don't think the majority of people have faith in him anymore.
I've heard a lot of people saying, "Ay, no me molestan a mi viajecito."
Or you've actually heard
Yeah, I actually heard a lot of that. Like,
he's the president of the United States.
What?
He's not your viejecito. He's
alleged. I still keep on saying alleged.
He's the
I mean, it's up to you.
president which is rather funny because
I'm gonna meet you in the middle, and he's technically the president of the United States.
Which is kind of funny because the irony is when Mayorkas got in during an interview, they asked him, "Oh, what are y'all doing about the border policies?" "Oh, we've actually rolled back so many policies that can't even count them." You know, they've definitely not taken a laissez-faire attitude. They've been actively removing a lot of the Trump era policies that.
Well, and if you're going to be truthful, it's something that we've talked about before, and now it's coming up. All these people coming in, they're, like, no one's really buying the Democratic bullshit anymore. So they do need voters, and people say, well, they can't vote, but you know what? Through them, they can get congressional seats. So all this is just the Democrats' their new voter base. If not directly by congressional seats, and there's a lot of weird things going on, like mail-in ballots and all that stuff. It's the stuff is out there. It's up for you to decide whether, if you want to buy it, that they're not compromised, all these ballots, and that's on you. But the mail-in ballots, I do believe in mail-in ballots for people that are maybe like disabled, yeah. Which is probably, I don't know, like a big number would be what, like maybe 5%, I would say.
That's putting it.
And that's a big number.
That's very generous.
But still, that's just an easy way to cheat by mail-in ballots, and it's that's what these people are going to be used for, and a lot of people say, well, you know what, you can't talk about immigrants, like everyone in America came from immigrants, and that's I guess that's truthful, but another thing that kind of got me thinking about this is when the citizens aren't the rate that people from the United States are making babies is a lot lower than the people coming in. That's not immigration. That's replacement. Whether you're being replaced by another Hispanic or a white guy or black, it doesn't matter. It's and I only mentioned
the ideology that's being replaced.
Yeah, it's the ideology, because people say, "Oh, you guys are Hispanics. Why don't you want this?" It's not even about that. It's just that when American-born people, the numbers are lower than the people coming in that are foreign-born, and it's kind of scary. I mean, whatever way you want to look at it, it won't be the same country in your kids' generation.
Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a few people that are watching this and listening to what you just said that might be upset. But literally, we have a shortcut, like on our page, of one of our congressmen actually, like, specifically saying this, that we're not having enough babies, therefore we need to import more.
Well, yeah, Jerry Nadler,
Nadler. There we go. So.
Like if it were a good thing.
Before we start getting called conspiracy theorists
it's all part of the plan.
And self-hating racists, it's like no, we have Jerry Nadler literally saying this on video, and it's on our YouTube channel.
And then it's like they've been telling people here for decades, don't have kids or abort your kids, and now they're telling you, well, you guys don't have kids, so we got to import other people now. There's not enough people here, so
please have kids.
I mean, David's doing his part.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I'm doing my best. I think your service.
Maybe we should start doing that, to the parents. That are actually being parents.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. You're doing this country a great service.
Those are the real patriots.
So, anyways, it's just getting, with all these problems in the world. I mean, I thought Biden was going to put the U.S. back on the stage, and it seems like the whole world's falling apart. Now we're importing.
Now the adults are back in.
Yeah.
That's
so now it's just like it's like they're importing all these people from Gaza that are having their issues over there, and now from Haiti. And it's horrible what's happening over there. But it's when you're letting people in here that you really don't know who they are, what they are, whatever. And we recently had all these girls being raped and killed. And then Biden said that not all illegals are like that. So I mean, if that was
none of them are.
So it's just really bad. And then so now you got them from Gaza, Haiti, from all over the place. And you know what? A lot of people say they're coming from Mexico. They're not even. I don't even think a lot of people are coming from Mexico. I think they're coming through Mexico.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're coming. Like I also kind of annoys me because I think Mexico gets a bad rap. Saying, oh, they're coming from Mexico. I don't think a lot of these guys are coming from Mexico. I think they're coming through Mexico.
It's just a stepping stone.
Yeah. And you can't blame Mexico. It's like, hey, I mean, move them along. Move them. They're doing their part,
They don't want them.
Because I know they keep on saying that they're a big economic benefit. So I figure if there were, Mexico would be like, hey, you guys stay here, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
we want the economic benefit.
Yeah.
There is actually a report. I'm gonna have to search for it, in which a lot of the southern towns in Mexico that were not, under the yoke of the cartels or anything like that, they would offer lucrative jobs to these people. At least the people who are traveling from South America and all that stuff, and they would say no.
No, because they're trying to reach the promised land, which is the United States for some reason. The most racist country in the world, according to many leftists. That's where all the people want to come here. That's where all the people want to go to.
And then, another thing is that there's a lot of people here that can't pay their bills. Even guys that, like, it amazes me how even people that agree with the current installed leadership, they, like, I have a lot of buddies that are Democrats and they can't pay their bills and they can't get a house and things like that. But then they're cool with people that have never worked here getting refillable debit cards. I mean, I would figure they'd feel insulted, by things like that. But they're cool with it. They seem to be cool with it, or I don't know why they think it's so right that their government isn't taking care of them. It's taking care of people from other places. And you know what? I think it's pretty cool if you're very nice and you want to help people from all over the world. If you use your own money, but I think if you're using government money, I think any country, not just the United States, I think every country should be responsible to the welfare of their people before.
It's a misplaced sense of, like, altruism that they think. It's like almost absolve. This is what I believe, because I can kind of sympathize a little bit, not because I agree with any of these viewpoints that you're saying, but I can.
Well, which viewpoints am I saying that you don't agree with? I'm just wondering.
No, what your Democrats friends might be thinking.
Okay.
Like this misplaced sense of altruism. Like, personally, I see it. If I were to agree with that, let's say, and yeah, we should help them and all that stuff. Maybe it's because it's so that I don't really have to do anything, and I'll let the government take care of it. And since I'm backing the government by being their cheerleader, that makes me part of the good guys. It just makes me feel good and warm and fuzzy. I'm helping. You're not doing anything. You're actually not helping these people either. You make incentivizing people to cross over. It's a bad idea for everyone. Like, this country suffers for it. The people who cross over suffer for it. Like, of all the people who have crossed over that have come here, how many didn't make it? That's another thing. We're not sure. How many people don't even get here? But why do they make the trek? Because I heard that there's handouts.
But Harris said, "Don't come."
Harris?
But then Donald Trump said, "I'm going to come,"
and he did.
And he's coming.
And he's coming. He's coming to the revenge.
Well,
The comeback.
The comeback.
So no, but just on a serious, it's just it's importing voters. It is replacement, whatever race you're. It's not even about race. It's
you have to make that absolutely clear, because that's the first thing people are gonna get mad about. Oh my gosh, he's racist. It's not even about that.
But in any case,
because even Biden said they were illegals, right? I mean, I don't want to interrupt, but in his
no, he apologized for it.
but he said it, right? He apologized after the pressure came in. But then,
then in the follow-up interview, Nancy Pelosi said it wasn't a big deal. So
yeah. Don't even worry about it. Are you okay, lady? Lady, you're scaring us.
So annoying, man. But from what I hear, she has a lot of migrants in her house.
No, of course.
I think when since she's in DC, right? Does she live in DC, or does she use that nice airplane to go back and forth to San Francisco? I think when she was speaker, she had all those privileges. No, to have I don't know if she still has them. She was burning all that
All the fuel.
all the fuel, the carbon footprint that they don't want you to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Or was she driving on an electric 747?
Electric
Or that's
powered by the sun and shit.
or maybe she was in there with
Sunshine and
a
rainbows.
little bicycle generating energy for it.
Like,
That's
with,
why
with
she's
a propeller.
so fit.
Yeah,
With a propeller.
the propeller. Yeah.
Just
So yeah,
Cross
no,
country.
but that's what I hear. Since she's in DC now, a little bit more. I think she filled up her house. So I mean, that's a pretty good thing.
No, she needs people to clean her toilets and to keep her
That's
garden.
That's what
well.
these guys said. How they took a couple of them and they like to cook and
Yeah.
this and well,
lady, that looks bad actually.
it's. I mean, if it's true, well, that's cool. That's cool.
You know what? Honestly, if everything's happy about it, then I don't really care.
But yeah, but you gotta anyways, the big point is that this is not even. Well, this is what the Democratic Party, they're really crafty. Like when they act like they're being big humanitarians, they're the thing is they're not. These are just votes. Mm-hmm. These are votes, whether directly or indirectly. All these are either congressional seats apportioned to them,
Anchor babies,
and that too. It's just and yeah, and that's just the way it is.
In any case, we can rest assured that if Biden's not going to do anything, Congress is working with a bill, right? They're working on a bill.
Oh, good.
That's
We love it when
bipartisan.
we love it when they work on bills.
Yes. So
Don't we, Angel?
They throw in all sorts of
the solution's coming, guys. It's coming.
The solution
just
is
in
to give
time
us
for
more
the
bills.
elections. Yeah.
So this comes to what's the word? That brings me to the next point. Like, why Biden? Why Biden? Of all people, of all religious people, why is he there?
That's a good question.
He's a good people of the World Economic Forum, apparently, according to Klaus Schwab. So,
The goodest of
according to Schwab, he's one of his
goodest of
best
the
pupils.
Well, yeah. I know he prays the rosary to the Virgen of Guadalupe too, right?
Virgen de Guadalupe, Abraham went to that too.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
In any case,
He's a devout Catholic, right?
that brings to mind a very interesting point because there's this political scientist and religious statistician, or the word
What? Say it again. I can't even. Statistician.
Yeah, you said it.
statistician. Nice.
The results are in. Ruben can read.
Ryan Burge. He crunches a lot of numbers. And what numbers was he crunching?
You mean like he does studies?
He's a studier.
He's a study guy. Yeah.
Okay, he's in the study business.
He's in the study rack.
Here we go. So we have
They're
data
both Christians.
analytics. Unfortunately,
Analysis.
unfortunately, this is more towards the white side of his question. Who is active in politics, Christianity-wise,
Okay, just narrowing it down to Christians.
and white Christians?
it says white
So
Christians?
we're included, right?
We're included. Yeah,
No.
We're
Because
saying-
we're white, aren't we?
that's the box we have to.
Check.
Well, it's on your birth certificate, but you're gonna have that guy. They call us nopalero.
Dude, you can tell.
If you put a nopalero box on there, we'll check it out. But it's not on there. It's not on there.
I
It's
have to check white,
It's
man.
either black or white, right? I mean,
Non-Hispanic.
maybe we should do a poll. You know how we like polls. You should do a poll. We can only check black and white. There's no like middle.
And if you want to check the Native American one, you actually have to have contact
You-
with
papers?
You can't
the
just
community.
you can't just identify.
No, you can't just identify it.
What about what's her face, Pocahontas?
What if you're born and then you have a race reveal party later?
Right.
Once you figure out what you
we
want to
need
be.
to let the child choose.
Once we figure out what we want to be.
That sounds
Well, you know
more.
what?
That,
We
that
should
makes
start-
more
it's
sense
very
than gender
progressive.
reveal.
Is that cool with a nopalero guy? Maybe I don't know. Well, you know what? I would like to ask a nopalero guy. What did you check? What's on your box?
No, that's private information. Man.
What I'd like to see. Seriously, I'd like to see the birth certificate.
So the trend,
All right, anyways.
the trend that Mr. Ryan, found is that it's usually the liberal Christians who are more active politically.
Well,
Our friends here, the Rios, are clearly not part of that trend, and we're trying to not be part of that trend. The reason why I bring this up is that we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. We have seceded too much.
yeah, it's more like, and I hear this all the time. It's like, no, I don't want to get involved in any of that stuff, or just let it be. It doesn't affect me personally. You know, I don't care. It's like, okay, well then watch it. People who just want to be left alone will be destroyed by the people who are active.
And then on top of that, like it's not even a conspiracy anymore. It's out there that if you're
Like the
like a
aliens
practicing,
and X-Files,
yeah,
it's out there.
like if you're a practicing Christian, especially a practicing Catholic, you're probably on a watch list.
Oh yeah, already.
I mean,
You bought a Bible? Guess what?
I mean, you're documented somewhere, but you know,
There's
But that's
a file
a
on it
conspiracy,
somewhere.
man.
not
That's
anymore.
That's a conspiracy. Biden is a practicing Catholic. Pelosi appeared in front of camera with the ashes on her forehead.
Who knows where she got those ashes from, though?
Well, that's fair point. Fair point. So the thing is that
I need to stop doing that.
that is an actual trend in which at least the white Christian side is that the more active they are in their particular church, the less they identify themselves as liberals.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
The more
they're more in
seriously,
contact
the
with
more seriously you take your faith, you kind of shed those liberal viewpoints because they don't gel. They don't gel with Christ's message.
You mean like the abortion?
Of course, starting with bam, just
You know,
boom, the big one.
I think it was what's his name? Buttigieg. I can't even say his name. The guy that took maternity leave.
Booty juice.
Yeah. So when he was running for president, they asked him a question because I think he said he was a Christian too. So anyways, anyways, a question came up. They asked him about abortion, and he said that it was okay because it's not till they take its first breath you can still terminate it. So
yikes! That's horrifying.
So that's not Christian viewpoint.
That's not a Christian viewpoint.
No, are you serious?
Life begins at conception, based according to science. So if that's where life begins, life is precious.
But so how do these guys get away with getting ashes on Wednesday and all that? I mean,
pretzel.
I mean, sometimes just a personal note, I guess. Sometimes I don't get communion because I was an asshole the whole week or something, but I wasn't pushing abortion or anything. And I see all these guys pushing abortion and all these weird things, and then they go have communion, even with the Pope.
Yikes!
You know what I mean? So it's
kind of a bad look.
which in itself, it's kind of telling because it was Benedict XVI who actually said various times that the pastors no longer can assume nothing of the parishioners. As in, we can't have people just come in and say, we're Catholic, and Jesus gave them the sacraments. Because they said.
Oh, I see what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Which is particularly what happened also in St. Patrick's, the cathedral over there in New York. That they hosted
the drag show.
Not the drag show. It was a funeral of.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the drag queen.
Drag queen.
Yeah, the funeral. Yes, that's right. I saw
Who
that.
openly was against the church, has lived his life, making a mockery of everything that we believe. And why? Because they assumed it was family of friends of a devout Christ.
See, to me, that's kind of like a weird one there, because I would want to think that I mean, I don't know. It's just that's a difficult one for me, because I think everyone can have a send off and hope that God was going to be cool with them.
But that's the thing. If they would respect the liturgy of the church, then yes.
See, yeah,
but they changed everything.
Oh, what do you mean?
To make a mockery.
Oh, to accommodate?
Yes.
Oh, see, I wasn't even familiar with like if it was a traditional
No, it
No,
wasn't.
funeral
no,
mass.
no.
Well, yeah, like I think everyone, I mean, deserves that. I mean, I don't care what you did in life. Like everyone messes up.
Oh, of course.
I think everyone's entitled to. You know what? I messed up. Whatever.
We still have
But
dignity.
to change, but I didn't know that they. I see. I'm not even familiar with this. So
Well, yeah.
so they changed the routine to accommodate.
Not only that, there was like it's very vulgar language in front of everyone.
They would call.
I need to really look this up.
They would already sanctify the person. Oh, Saint.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
whatever. They would. They changed the lyrics of a Marian song to her, as in
To him.
To him. Sorry, to him saying, "Oh, the great." That's very vulgar. I'm not gonna say it.
No. See, that's
Like making a mockery of what we believe, of what we sing, of what we live. And the priests, well, they try to stop it. Maybe I wasn't there, but
You see a mob of people just like in your church doing stuff, and you're like, crap. Probably should have.
they didn't celebrate the mass.
Yeah,
They didn't,
exactly. It was nothing. It was nothing Catholic about it. They just used the facility as a way to as a final fu, really.
Yeah.
well.
Cut,
So,
cut that.
That's the point. As in Christians, Catholics, we shouldn't have that vitality of actually.
Yeah, standing up for what we believe in, not necessarily coming to blows, just willy nilly, you know.
No, of course not.
But
We're not calling anyone to violence.
Not picking fights, obviously, but at the very, very least, defending what we believe in. If what we believe is true, then we can't serve two lords, you know.
Yes. In any case, we need to change this trend. Christians need to be more active. They need to have their eyes open. We need to do things to stop this trend.
And this goes back a while. I don't know what pope was it that began telling the church all around that we need to be more involved in politics.
That was Leon the 13th.
Leon the 13th.
And even beyond that, who saved Rome from Attila the Hun? That was an emperor.
Oh, I guess
That's above my pay grade. I don't
That
know.
was Leon the Great. In any case,
we need another Leon is what we need.
Sounds good. And just a reminder, I do want that nopalero guy. Please do tell us what box you check. The white one or the black one?
You can DM us.
Yeah. And really, I'm just curious, you know?
So that I can feel it that way too, because obviously I might be doing it wrong.
we are still searching for that box. Help us find it.
Is there anything else, guys?
No,
That's it, brother.
All right. Well, check us out on X, also Facebook. Rumble is on. It is on. We have previous episodes already uploaded there. We might also cross over a couple of the shorts into Rumble. So yeah, you can check us out there. If maybe we'll if you boys and girls are extra good, we'll do an extra spicy episode on Rumble only. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Sounds good, yeah.
What was
Excellent.
that?
It's the Skeletor meme. But yeah, if you guys just go ahead and subscribe to us, that'll be fantastic. Also, share the show with your friends. Give it a like. Give it a comment.
Enjoy.
Tell us how wrong we are, please.
And join Biden. I think he's in the middle of a novena right now. Right?
Of course,
Yeah,
not. He
so
would be.
he's
At any point of the day, he is.
He's probably in if he's not up there defending human life, he's probably doing a novena as we speak right now.
Exactly. Just that's how devout he is. And that's it. check us out, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace.